Welcome to the Daily. I am Vince Miller. Right here, we just study the Bible a few verses at a time. Today, I want to give a shout out to Jim Travato from Brentwood, California. Jim, your partnership with us through Project 23, our mission to preach every word of the Bible, is helping us and others remember what God has done in the past and will do in the future. The studies for you today. It is Mark chapter 8, verses 14 down through 21. Now they, that is the disciples, had forgotten to bring bread, and they had only one loaf with them in the boat. And he cautioned them, saying, "Watch out, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod." And they began discussing with one another the fact that they had no bread. And Jesus, aware of this, said to them, "Why are you discussing the fact that you have no bread? Do you not yet perceive or understand? Are your hearts hardened? Having eyes, do you not see? And having ears, do you not hear? And do you not remember when I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000? How many baskets full of broken pieces did you take up?" They said to him, 12. "And the 7 for the 4,000? How many baskets full of broken pieces did you take up?" They said to him, 7. And he said to them, "Do you not yet understand?" Okay, so the disciples forget bread again. And as they're grumbling about lunch in the boat, Jesus gives them a deeper warning. Here's what it was: beware the leaven of the Pharisees and Herod. But they entirely miss the point. They think Jesus is mad because they forgot food. Jesus isn't talking about food or carbs. He's talking about corruption. Leaven, he was using it as a metaphor here, meaning just a pinch of it affects an entire loaf. And just a pinch of pride, hypocrisy, and unbelief, like that of the Pharisees and Herod, can corrupt the entire soul. Jesus was using a metaphor to teach them, but the disciples are stuck in their heads on bread. So Jesus hits them with a list of questions, actually, a lot of them. Here's a few. Don't you get it? Are your hearts still hard? Didn't you see the miracles? Do you remember what I did with the 7 loaves and the 5 loaves? You know, these disciples, they had seen the power of Jesus multiply what little they had, but somehow they're still worried that there wouldn't be enough. The danger here wasn't the lack of bread. Okay, just so you know, it wasn't the lack of bread. It was the lack of belief in their hearts. And that's the same danger that we face today. You've seen Jesus provide, but for some reason, you still stress about tomorrow. You've seen Jesus' power, but still act like it's all up to you. You've watched Jesus move in your life, but forget by the time the next challenge hits. You know what that is? That's spiritual amnesia. And we are all guilty of it. Jesus here calls it out in the lives of his disciples, but in a way, he's actually calling it out in our lives today. But note this: Jesus is not frustrated by your questions. He's just grieved by your forgetfulness. Because when you forget what God has done, you start depending on yourself again. That's the problem. When you forget, you depend on you. So pause today. Remember the baskets in your life. Remember the miracles he has done in the past. Remember what he did in that moment when you didn't have enough and he took your little and multiplied it. And then let that memory build your trust and faith in him today. And then just keep believing and keep moving forward. I love you guys. I pray this has blessed you. Don't forget God. He is faithful. And I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.